Most of us get a little stressed out when it comes to buying a wedding gift, and it's easy to do no matter whose wedding you're attending. There are so many variables here, from how much you should spend to whether it's okay to get something that's not on the registry, whether to give cash. Here with all of the answers you need is Alison Bernstein. She's contributing editor of weddingchannel.com. Great source of information for all things wedding. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So you've got lots of great tips for us. First one, how much are you supposed to spend on a wedding gift?
Well, it really just depends on two factors. One is how close you are to the bride and groom. Your relationship does matter and how much you spend, and what your own financial situation is. But we say on average it's between $60 and $120 per person.
Which is actually not that far off from what the expectations are from the bride and groom. They expect about $70 to $130, is that right?
Exactly. We polled the brides and grooms on weddingchannel.com, and they came in a little bit above what they were actually getting for their gifts, but it was close, so we're in the right ballpark.
Okay. There was, I grew up, to me it was totally normal, I grew up in the Northeast, that you can give somebody cash. In fact, most of the weddings I go to, that's what my husband and I would do. But when I lived in the South, I told someone that, and they thought it was the tackiest thing they'd ever heard. Is it okay to give money?
If you know that the bride and groom want to receive cash, or it is culturally appropriate, if you're going to a wedding in the Northeast, like you said, if it's a Chinese wedding, a Jewish wedding, an Italian wedding, cash is totally okay.
Okay.
But in the South, it is considered gauche. And even some people might feel uncomfortable giving cash, in which case we say you can add a small gift from their registry and a check, and that way kind of add a little personalization.
Personalize it a little bit. When it comes to the registry, obviously people register for things for a reason. They actually want them. Why not get them something they like? Except, what if you want to go off the registry? Is it ever okay?
70% of brides surveyed said that they really wanted what they registered for. So we say you should get what they register for. It's easy, it's safe, it's easy to find a registry on weddingchannel.com. We have a registry search engine. There's no excuse for not getting them a gift from their registry.
Okay, so if we're getting something from the registry, then the problem becomes, what if you get down to sort of the dregs of the registry? You've got 2 wine glasses or a $5,000 grill. Help us work through that. I know you have some great ideas.
So if you've procrastinated, and it happens, you might be left with something on one end or the other. So let's say you're left with the less expensive presents. What we really want you to do is bundle things together. So these were some great inexpensive mixing bowls, which we added everything you would need to bake delicious cookies for the bride and groom. And then we added some beautifully wrapped cookies and some cookie cutters and some oven mitts, and just made it really
personalizable. You did the same thing with these cake stands. You added a really beautifully wrapped rolling pin here.
And this is really the cream on the top, which is a box of recipes, tried and true, from your own kitchen to start their wedding off right.
And also you have down here, I love this idea, this is the best gift my husband and I got. We got 2 cases of wine from his sister and brother-in-law, and you recommend doing the same thing.
Yeah, and this is if you want to gift up.
Gift up, you can personalize something like a wine rack with some beautiful, and this is something great you can do as a group gift as well.
Yes, and you can add together several wine bottles and make some really special wines that they'll drink on future anniversaries. But even if there's a super expensive gift, like a $5,000 flat screen, get a bunch of your friends. You might end up spending a little less money, in fact.
Alison, great to have you with us. All great tips, and I understand you got married in Rhinebeck, so they're probably happy to have you back as well.